Are these Niners coaches out here telling lies? San Francisco 49ers, remember, they signed Jimmy Garoppolo to a huge 5-year, $138 million deal in 2018. But word on the street within the last 24 hours is that after Jimmy Garoppolo signed that big deal, he didn't return calls, he didn't return texts, and he went MIA for several days, if not weeks. I'm not buying it. I refuse to believe that all of a sudden Jimmy Garoppolo got paid and went MIA. Makes no sense to me, number one. Number two, if it is true, why are we hearing about it 4 years later? Somebody riddle me that. Like, don't tell me about how bad your relationship was when you get out of it, because you stayed in it for 4 years. So if the relationship was all that bad, why are you still in it, particularly when you're talking about the National Football League? So, Bucky, I'm coming to you because you brought this up yesterday. What do you make of the report that Jimmy G ignored his coaches?
Well, look, I think it's significant. Michael Silver put that out there and said that Jimmy Garoppolo was not returning calls, had a tough time tracking him down in off seasons, not just the one off season, but in multiple off seasons until Trey Lance shows up. And then he was very receptive to receiving the calls and he got back to all the texts. And so my thing would be, it speaks to maybe the lack of preparedness when it comes to Jimmy Garoppolo getting ready. It also might speak to a little bit of Kyle Shanahan's frustration with Jimmy Garoppolo despite his success. Because we all saw those moments when Kyle Shanahan would diagram and drop the perfect play. Wide receivers wide open down the field. Jimmy Garoppolo, all you got to do is just drop the layup in. And Jimmy Garoppolo can't. He can't see it. He can't fill it out. And so maybe because of the ghosting and not necessarily doing all the grind that we want our quarterback to put in, maybe that's why the 49ers were able to move off of Jimmy Garoppolo so quickly for a guy who didn't play his last season in college and who is now going to be the star in San Francisco.
But this is a classic case to me, Joy, of slander to make yourself feel better. You know, when you're moving off and away from somebody and someone, you got to start telling yourself how bad that person you're moving off of was and is, just so you can feel better about the next thing. We've all done it. Let's be real. We've all done it. Some of y'all might be doing it right now. I think this is a classic case of slander to make yourself feel better, because none of this came out earlier when Jimmy Garoppolo was taking y'all to the Super Bowl 49ers in 2019. Didn't come out last year when Jimmy Garoppolo beat the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas, beat the Packers in Green Bay, and barely lost to the Los Angeles Rams in Los Angeles. But now that you're moving off, I think they're slandering Jimmy G to make themselves and Niners faithful feel better. Joy, what do you make of it?
Well, the Niners are notoriously not a leaky organization.
At all.
So it doesn't surprise me that this is coming out now and it didn't come out then, because they are very buttoned up when it comes to that. I kind of am with you. I can travel there with you on the kind of slandering now that we're moving off type of deal. It doesn't, I'm split on how much it surprises me. I can see it because we have seen Jimmy make some questionable decisions in the past, quite publicly. Now, I'm not judging. It matters not to me. But some people might find that not to be, conduct of a quarterback who is the face of an organization. Again, doesn't matter to me. Live your life however you want to. But we have seen him make decisions that people might call questionable in the past. So it is not off the board for Jimmy G to do something like this. I do feel that, though, I'm with you. It feels a little bit like, here's a little extra something so that we all feel better about moving in a different direction. Overall, it's a bit surprising because it did seem like this year he was very much a team guy. He bought into everything that was going on. He was very receptive to Trey Lance. It seemed like everyone in the locker room was behind Jimmy G and the situation. But I'm with you. It feels a little bit like we're moving on. And just remember, he wasn't like always the perfect guy.
That's how it goes down. I'm glad you're with me.